I have a good name, George Mason. It's my father's name. My father years ago told me I didn't have to continue to use the junior. I could be my own person. I am a junior. We have exactly the same name. Actually, my grandfather was George Mason too, but he had a different middle name. So we were really three Georges, but I'm not a third. I'm only a junior. I always felt like there were three of us because, well, one summer I was working on the boats in New York Harbor, and that's the way we talk about it in the family business, which I left, right? My father was a ship pilot in New York Harbor, and he would guide ships in and out of the harbor. His father, my grandfather, was a tugboat captain and then later became a docking pilot. And so this summer in high school, I was working on the boats, and I would meet all sorts of people, and it seemed like everybody I met, I say George Mason, and I hear stories. Immediately, it changed. They wanted to tell me who I am because they had so much admiration for my dad and my granddad that, in a sense, what happened is it wasn't my own worthiness, but it was theirs that somehow sort of spilled over on me. Sort of bounced off of them and bounced onto me because I bore their name. Here's the thing. If we do that as human beings, imagine God. Imagine what it means that the God of heaven and earth knows your name and speaks it in such a way that it is the same way that God spoke to Israel and spoke to Jesus, pronouncing, "You are my child, my beloved. In you I am well pleased." It's not your own worthiness. It's what comes upon you because of that blessing of love. And so before you go on to whatever business you're going to do this year to make yourself better or different, what resolutions you have, that sort of thing, start with this. Start at the beginning. Start with being rather than doing. Start with who you are, which has to do, as I said, with who you love and who loves you. Because when God loves you, you are loved. You are loved. You are really, really loved.